camp out across mid-Michigan for Black Friday bargains. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I'm Alison Himelhoch in for Sherry Jones and Dave Ackerley. We're less than an hour away from Black Friday, one of the busiest shopping days of the year. But many people are already getting a head start on the holiday shopping. Our Darren Cunningham is live at the Best Buy in Okemos, where people have been lined up since last night. Darren, what is the crowd like out there? Looks like fun. Thanks, Darren. Some people just couldn't wait to grab the good deals on Black Friday. As Jessica Mackey shows us, many decided to spend Turkey Day shopping instead of eating. Well, as holiday shopping season kicks into high gear, so does crime. Meridian Township Police say with more people out shopping, there's more opportunities for criminals. So if you head out, police say be aware of your surroundings, park in a well-lit area, and have your car keys out before you leave the store. This year in mid-Michigan, more people than ever are in need, which means many can't afford to put a turkey dinner on the table. But as Marcelino Benito shows us, at Cristo Rey Community Center, people can count on a warm Thanksgiving meal without paying a dime. Cristo Rey wasn't the only one giving out free meals. The Flapjack restaurant in DeWitt opened its doors to anyone who didn't have a place to go for the holiday. Staff volunteered their time to serve the customers, and the community also chipped in. The manager says the restaurant provided enough food to feed 1,000 people. And in Grand Ledge, hundreds more local bellies are full tonight thanks to the community's effort to beat hunger. The city recognized a large jump in the number of people who needed food for Thanksgiving last year. So today they geared up to feed even more. With an early start, organizers say they served up to 400 people. It's no surprise so many showed up for the free meals. Food pantries nationwide say they're seeing the greatest demand in years. Many people are first-time visitors. Experts blame layoffs, reduced wages, and a national unemployment rate of just over 10%. Here in Michigan, it's worse. Unemployment is at 15.1%. Governor Granholm is encouraging others to help those in need. She had this advice during her weekly radio address. So far this year, Granholm says state employees have donated almost $59,000 and more than 21,000 pounds of food to Michigan food banks. A reminder to those claiming unemployment benefits, the state's unemployment insurance agency remains closed for the holiday tomorrow, but you can still contact the agency's automated Marvin system to claim your benefits. Either call toll-free at 1-866-638-3993 or head online to www.michigan.gov. It was a fairly mild Thanksgiving, but will it stay that way this weekend? Jim Geyer's in the Weather Center with your first look at weather. Jim, I'm wondering, for all those people camping out for the Black Friday deals, this has to be warmer than in previous years. Thanks, Jim. Well, scary moments for a patient traveling in an ambulance that caught fire. It happened in Lansing on Pennsylvania Street near I-496 around 8:30 tonight. Fire officials say a Grand Ledge Fire Department ambulance was taking a patient to Sparrow Hospital when the front of the vehicle started smoking. The driver evacuated the ambulance and called Lansing Fire as flames erupted. Now officials are trying to figure out what exactly caused the blaze. The fire did not cause any injuries. A bad accident in Ionia County sends 2 people to the hospital. Take a look at this. Ionia County Sheriff's deputies say the 19-year-old female driver of this Chevy pickup truck ran a stop sign near the village of Pewamo. The truck then hit the passenger side of an SUV driven by a 39-year-old woman from St. John's. The side doors on the SUV had to be removed to get the 2 passengers out. However, deputies say no one was seriously injured in the crash. Also in Ionia County, a police chase ends with 1 man in jail. Troopers say a 25-year-old man was pulled over on M21 in Muir just before 9 last night. The man tried to get away, prompting a high-speed chase. After reaching more than 100 miles per hour, the man lost control of his truck and hit a parked vehicle near McKenna Road. He's now in the county jail for charges of drunk driving. An update now to a turkey theft in Jackson. The break-in happened Tuesday in the 400 block of West Michigan Avenue. Jackson police say a 300-pound suspect kicked down an apartment door, grabbed a frozen turkey from the owner's freezer, and fled. Now, the victim, whose bird was stolen, says she knows the suspect. He's a homeless man she's been helping by giving him food. Thankfully, a local business owner donated a turkey and stuffing for her family meal. On this Thanksgiving Day, TV6 wants to remind you that once again, We are teaming up with Highfields to help more than 500 mid-Michigan children this holiday season. We're collecting presents for kids who are dealing with difficult times and living conditions, kids who otherwise wouldn't have much or any Christmas at all. If you'd like to help, please donate a new on-wrap toy, clothing item, or book suitable for a boy or girl from newborn to teen, and drop them off at any of our Mid-Michigan Ford dealer partners or bring them here to us. You can put them under our giving tree at 2820 East Saginaw in Lansing. We'll make sure your gifts get to a deserving kid in time for the holidays. Still ahead, they're overseas, but American troops are still celebrating the holiday. We'll show you how they spent the day, plus a Thanksgiving surprise for the crew of Space Shuttle Atlantis. But first, Jim Geyer has our complete look at the holiday weekend forecast. You're watching 6 News at 11. We'll be right back. U.S. troops in Iraq and Afghanistan celebrated the holiday. They enjoyed a Thanksgiving feast and sent wishes back home. Charlie D'Agata has the story. Celebrations didn't stop on the ground. Those in space got a surprise turkey dinner today. Astronauts on the shuttle Atlantis feasted on real Thanksgiving treats on their last full day in space. They'd been expecting pantry leftovers, but instead opened their meal pouches to find turkey, candied yams, freeze-dried stuffing, and green beans. Shuttle Atlantis is expected to return to Earth tomorrow morning. Well, it's a perfect way to shed holiday pounds for a good cause. Coming up, we'll take you to this year's Turkey Trot in Lansing, plus a sharp change in New York's Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Details on those stories and more next. Prior to all the holiday feasts, hundreds shed some pounds trotting through downtown Lansing. This morning was the 9th annual 5K Turkey Man Turkey Trot Race. The race has become a Lansing tradition, starting back in 2000 with 150 runners. This year, however, more than 1,800 people participated. One racer says braving the cold was all worth it. The Turkey Trot raises money for youth running in Michigan. The proceeds are used to buy uniforms and sponsor trips to track championships. Without a parade, today the city of Detroit held the 83rd annual America's Thanksgiving Parade. It featured more than 60 floats, balloons, marching bands, clowns, and other acts. This year's theme was Together We Shine. It was also Macy's 83rd annual Thanksgiving Day Parade in New York City. For the first time in history, the parade route bypassed Broadway and traveled down 7th Avenue. Thankfully, the wind stayed calm, allowing balloons and their handlers to make the added sharp turns. Well, Pat's here with sports. Now, Pat, there's a lot to be thankful for today, but I don't know if the Lions are one of them. At least one Michigan team had a win. Thanks,
yeah, at least one did.
Well, stay with us. Jim Geyer will have a final check on your 6-day forecast. Well, that's good to hear. Thanks, Jim. Enjoy the rest of your night and the rest of your holiday.